Let's talk about my first ever short film. The concept behind the short film was really simple. A woman, played by my wife, makes her way down an alley and hears some sounds and some growling and realizes she's being followed and kind of freaks out and darts down the alley. And then when she gets down to the end, she turns a corner and realizes there's the twist. I'm going to show it to you at the end. Don't worry, it's a little less than 2 minutes. It's not a big time commitment, but you'll get to see what I'm talking about throughout this video. So, how did I make The Follow? It actually was my first project after studying a little bit of color correction and editing, and I started getting a little bit more confident in my abilities as a filmmaker. But again, I had no community, I had no support system. It was just me and my wonderful indulging wife who let me film her on this project. I got the camera for free from a local library, as well as the lens of 50mm prime. I had one camera tripod, and that was it. Everything else was run and gun, handheld. I didn't even have a gimbal. So I took my wife, we went out and we tried to find the perfect alley, just something that looked a little daunting, something that was long enough for us to shoot in. We found, I think, the perfect one. Now, one of the things you're going to notice pretty early on in this film is, although I had studied a lot about color correction, I really didn't know a whole lot about what I was doing at that moment because I didn't have any practical experience, which is why you'll see maybe a little bit of blue in her cheeks. And we actually shot this day for evening. So the blue and everything that's introduced into that film was introduced afterwards in post-production. You'll see that there was a couple of times I got really close up on Angie. I really wanted to capture the uncertainty of heading down this alley. I really wanted to capture the emotion that was on her face, the fear in that one moment when she was kneeling down in the alley. I wanted to capture those moments in a really intimate way so you could feel what she was feeling, so you could sense that fear that was going on inside of her as she was acting out that role. Some of the most difficult shots I had to take during this whole thing was when I had to run backwards while Angie was running towards me down this alley that I had no idea what was behind me. So I kind of took a quick look behind me and said, okay, I kind of got the lay of the land, grabbed the camera, pointed it at Angie, and just started backing up. And then as she started running, I had to go a little bit faster. And there was a couple times I tripped and slammed into walls and posts and things like that. But we ended up getting the shot, and it was totally worth it.